Okay, here we are again. Once again in KG's kitchen. Now, what we're going to do today is we're going to do a braised head of cauliflower in the Instant Pot. Now, I normally do this, it's a simple recipe. I normally do this on the stovetop in my copper chef or whatever pot I have. But today, I'm going to do it, I'm going to attempt it in the Instant Pot. And I'm quite sure it'll turn out fine. But this is the first time I've done this in the Instant Pot. So, you guys stick around, and I'll show you how it's done. Like I've said in my other videos, if you don't like cauliflower, you won't like this. You won't like this dish. But if you do, you might. So let's get this started. Braised cauliflower in the Instant Pot. We're gonna 1 head of cauliflower, 1 nice sized onion, 3 cloves of garlic, a can of whole tomatoes, fire roasted. I bought the organic because it was on sale. It's not something that I normally get. Italian style diced tomatoes, salt, pepper, and that's about it. Oh, we got our olive oil. And that's it. And I'll show you how we make this. And it's all going to be done in here. We'll saute the onions, the garlic. We'll put in the whole tomatoes, get that all going. Put our head of cauliflower in there, and then we'll probably go ahead and set this Instant Pot for, I would say 15 minutes would probably be good. Like I say, first time, so bear with me. First time in the Instant Pot, not first time doing this. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is dice this onion up. And that's how we're going to start. Now, I've not said it in a while. It's been a few videos back, but you see what I'm pointing at there, right? That's the hairy end. Why do we leave the hairy end on our onion when we cut it up? Anybody? That's right. We leave the hairy end on because your onion doesn't fall apart when you're dicing it up. It makes it a lot neater. So let me get my handy dandy knife. Shut this off and we'll dice this thing up. There you go. So look at that. The onion is still together. And the reason the onion's still together, why? Say it with me, guys. Leave the hairy end on. And that's all we're going to use with that onion. Still good. I'll use this for something else. I'll put this up, use it for something else. But that's all we're going to need right there. Uh-oh. That's all we're going to need right there of that onion. I'm dropping it everywhere. So now that we got that chopped up, let's go on to the next step. Okay, so there's the next step. I've got these garlic cloves peeled, and I'm going to chop them up now. That's the good stuff right there. That's what you need. That'll keep the vampires away from you, and the coronavirus. That's good stuff, boys. Let's get this chopped up. Okay, so there's what that looks like. There's our garlic chopped up. Now, I don't know, for whatever reason, when I chop garlic, I love using this little knife right here. That's my garlic knife. I have deemed it my garlic chopper. So that's, like I say, I got this big one out over here for everything else. But I love that little blue knife for my garlic. Don't ask me why. I don't know. It's one of those things. It's like that white plastic spoon that's got the burn-up handle. I love that too. I guess I'm just crazy that way. Alright, now that we got this, the onion chopped up, garlic chopped up, I'm going to take this cauliflower and get this, I'm going to get the bottom leaves off of it. And we're going to leave the head whole. We're not going to chop this up. This is going to go right down in there as a whole. I'll show you. But once I get this, the bottom of this cleaned up, I'll go ahead and we'll get this up front and start sauteing the onions and garlic. We'll put the tomatoes in, a little salt and pepper, some seasoning, and then we'll drop this in there. Maybe pour this can. We'll use that can on the bottom. We'll pour this can over top of it. Close the lid, cook it, and see what happens. Like I say, if you don't like cauliflower, you're not going to like this this dish I'm making. And as far as tomatoes go, you can use any kind of tomatoes you want. It don't have to be these. This is just what I had on hand. So let me get this cleaned up and we'll be right back. Okay, so there's what that looks like. We got this all nice and cleaned up. See the bottom of it? That's what you want. We snapped off the big core there. The rest of the stuff's fine. Get the leaves, pick the leaves off, get all that cleaned up. Give it a quick rinse. Rinse it off, set it on your plate. Like I said, it's going to go in just like this. Now I think this will fit down inside of my Instant Pot, I'm pretty sure. Well, we'll find out when we get to it. But yeah. So that's what you want right there. That's it. So now, let's pull this guy forward. Move this stuff off. Let's pull the old Instant Pot forward, get the lid off of it, get some olive oil in it, and get it on saute mode. Okay, we got him up front. Let's get some olive oil in this guy. Matter of fact, let's push the saute button first, right here. Yours may differ from mine if you have one, but the saute button is the one that gets it good and hot in there, where you can sweat your vegetables and whatnot. Let's get a little bit of this in there. Don't need much because those onions are going to sweat. That'll give us plenty of liquid there, and then we're going to pour the tomatoes in on top of that. But, now that it's getting hot, you know what? Let's put the vegetables in now. Actually, I just put the garlic in for now. I want to get that good flavor coming out of those. So this pot's warming up. It's not warm yet, but you'll hear it when it gets that way. Look at there. There's my plastic spoon that I was talking about with the burn-up handle. I don't know why I like it so much, but I do. Burn-up handle. Looks like it's a little burnt at the bottom here. All that means is it's been used for some good stuff. There we go. That's what we're talking about. Look at that. Now it's starting to get lovely. I know you're probably saying to yourself, that looks like a lot of oil. But it's not. It's olive oil, so it'll be alright. Man, I wish you guys could smell this. All that garlic is smelling so good. Burning my eyes, too. Now that could be the onion. Alright, now that we got this going a little bit, let's get them onions in there. Let's get them bad dudes right down in there. Sorry about that. Had to use my hand to get those done in there and drop some back behind here. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, baby. Break these last couple onions off here. Let's get these guys in there. We want to use them all. We want to use them all. Now when you're using the saute mode on this Instant Pot, it's hot. It's full on hot. So you got to really watch. You got to watch your onions and garlic so that they don't burn. So when you're sauteing your vegetables in the Instant Pot, just stand by it. Don't walk away and think it's going to be okay. Stand here, stir it around, and then once you put your tomatoes in there, that'll slow everything down. This is really easy. You know, it's basically just as easy if you're doing it in a pot on the stove, or you could even do it in a crock pot. You know, if you wanted to start something in the morning, you come back that afternoon and have a meal. And what goes really good with this is like some Texas toast or some garlic bread. Oh yeah, you'll see when I get this done. Like I say, if you like cauliflower, chances are you will like this. If you don't like cauliflower, you're not going to like it. It's just that simple. Let's get some salt and pepper in here. Okay, there we go. I put a nice generous amount of this salterol. It's just regular old salt. I don't know why it's got such a fancy name. I put a nice amount of that in there. Of course, our fresh cracked peppercorns. Now what we're going to do, let's give that a little stir. Yeah, those are getting just about right. See, because they'll cook the rest of the way in this Instant Pot. This Instant Pot is lovely. If you have one, you know that. If you don't have one, get one. Alright, let's get these tomatoes in here. Let's get these bad dudes right down in there. Alright. Give them a stir. Fire roasted. Oh yeah, that's smelling good. Man, is that smelling good. Okay, now I'll tell you what. So these tomatoes, now that I've sauteed the onions and the garlic a little bit, these tomatoes don't need to be any warmer than this. Okay, I'm just building the braising sauce for this. So what we'll do is we'll come back out here, bam, turn that off. You see how hot that is? Starting to boil. All right. Now let me go over and get the head of cauliflower, and we're going to set it right down in there. Would you look at that? That fit just like a glove. Look at that. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. And look, we're right there to the mark. Pressure cook max. So now the only thing left to do is we're gonna pour this can of tomatoes right over top of this. Now after you cook this cauliflower, it'll tender up or soften up, however you want to say it, and it will come apart. It'll come apart in pieces. Real easy. I mean, you know that if you like cauliflower. If you don't like cauliflower, you don't know that because you don't eat it. But let's pull these tomatoes right on top here. Check this out. Just let them kind of run down over the side of it. Give it a little love there. And pretty much that's it. I am going to put a little more salt on the top here. Just a little bit. I'm not going to be crazy. A little salt, and then I'm going to crack some pepper, but I can't do that holding the camera, so I'll be right back. Okay, there we go. We've got it salted, peppered. The only thing left to do now is put the Instant Pot lid on here, make sure it's sealed up, and set it for 15 minutes and come back and see what happens. Like I said, this is super easy. Super simple. If you like braised cauliflower, and it's good for you too. I mean, I put nothing bad in it. The worst thing in there is probably the olive oil, and that's not that bad for you. Everything else is, you know, it's good for you. So this is actually It's healthy and it's tasty too. And it should turn out fine. I guess I've done this on the stovetop countless times. It always turns out good. So it should be just fine in the Instant Pot, but this is the first time I've done it, so you guys are doing this with me. So here we go. Let's get that lid on there. Make sure this is on seal. There we go. Come back here to manual. Crank it up to 15 minutes. You know, I'm gonna go 16 minutes just for safe measures. You know what? I'm gonna do one better now. I'm gonna go 18. Nice even number. I know 16 was an even number. 18 is more even. Let's do this for 18 minutes and see how it turns out. If the time needs adjusted next time, then so be it. We'll do it. But this time we're gonna go with 18 minutes. So you guys stick around, and then 18 minutes or so, we'll open this baby up and see how it turned out. Okay, 18 minutes is up. So let's get something. Release this steam. Release the pressure off of it, and remember what I say. Use something to do this with. You can do it with your fingers if you want. It's no big deal. But you're taking a chance of getting burnt, so there you go. Get your fork, spoon, whatever you have, open that up, let the pressure release. Okay, so we'll let this release, and then we're going to open it up and see what we have. Okay, the pressure is all released. So let's open this guy up and see what we got. Actually, I'm going to get this hand over here. Can't see nothing with that steamed up lens. Oh, look at that. Would you look at that right there? Tell me that's not looking good. Now, like I said before, you see how nice and tender that cauliflower is? Just breaks right apart. Just comes right apart. Dig some of the stuff off the bottom, some of the onions, garlic. Get some of that stuff up on top. Man, this smells delicious. I'll tell you what. It looks like it normally does. It does seem a little softer than it normally turns out. So with that being said, 18 minutes might have been just a couple minutes too long. But let's get some of this on a saucer, give it a taste test, and see what we come up with. Braised cauliflower. Head of cauliflower, 2 cans of tomatoes, 3 cloves of garlic, salt, pepper, a little bit of olive oil, and there you have it. Braised cauliflower in the Instant Pot. Let's get some of this out. Okay, there it is on a saucer. This is the very first time I've ever used these fire roasted tomatoes. Let's give that a taste. See what that tastes like. Pretty good. I did add a little bit more salt to this because I like salt. Let's give this cauliflower seed. I will tell you, as you can see, 18 minutes was probably a little bit too long. This is very soft. I would like for it to have a little bit more, a little more texture to it. But it is what it is. I cooked it. I can't take back the time. So you know what we're going to do with it? We're going to eat it. because even though it is soft, it's softer than what I would like. This is normally when I do it in a pot on stovetop, it turns out perfect. This is too done, but it still tastes great. So it's going to get eaten. Like I said, if I had some garlic bread, or maybe some Texas toast that I can make into garlic bread, I would do that. Put this right on top, and there you have it. Other than being too soft, too done, if you will, the taste is spot on. It's absolutely delicious. It's just a little bit mushier than what I like. So there you have it. Braised cauliflower in the Instant Pot. It was successful, for sure. It was just too long. I'll tell you, probably 8 minutes probably would have been fine. And that's the thing with the Instant Pots. You gotta play with it. You know, I didn't get this recipe out of a Instant Pot cookbook or you know, off the YouTube. This is normally what I make in a different pot. So I figured it would work. Just wasn't sure of how long to put it on. So if you guys give us a try, I would go like 8 minutes. I think that'd be plenty of time. Well, there you have it. Instant Pot braised cauliflower. Next time, it'll be right. But until then, thanks for watching.